Hey guys, Ryan here for Bender Wins. Hope everyone's doing well today. Here with your daily free picks. All right, so yesterday we finished 4-2, but we lost our 2-unit play, so that brings us to 4-3 for yesterday. We had at our 2-unit play, we had a 9. We were covering by 9 points at the end of the first half, and then they just didn't show up in the second half. So, after the first half, it looked really good. So, could have been a 6-1 day, which we would have loved. But anyways, guys, we got the win. I have 6 picks again for you guys, and including another 2-unit play. Someone asked me a really good question. They basically brought up that they said, okay, though lately there's been like more 2-unit plays than like when I first started. When I first started, 2-unit plays were very rare. We were mostly doing primarily baseball, and you'll notice like baseball is a very profitable sport for me, but there's not a lot of 2-unit plays because baseball, you're dealing with a very high volume of games. Games where you have an edge, but they're not like the edges you find in like college basketball. So, a lot of our 2-unit plays, college basketball, hockey, when you find an edge, it can be a lot bigger than what you might find in baseball. Not to say that there isn't 2-unit plays in baseball, because there absolutely is, and we release some 2-unit plays in baseball, but the frequency at which they come up is certainly not as great. So as we start to, as we get through March Madness, we get into baseball, there'll be, a fairly decent volume of games because of, that's the nature of baseball, but certainly not as many 2-unit picks. So anyways, I think we lost last two-unit picks we put in. And just to give you guys like a reference point for 2-unit plays. 2-unit plays they're games where I believe that we're going to be winning 60% and above. So there's certainly, I've said this many times, there's no such thing as a lock. I'm not coming out here saying we're going to hit 85% on our 2-unit plays. Absolutely not. But these are games where we definitely have a very, very solid advantage in the game. But again, when we're hitting 60%, guys, it means we're going to lose 40%. So, certainly you're not going to want to be betting the mortgage money on these games, all right? And it's very, very important. I keep going back to bankroll management, guys. Bankroll management, bankroll management, bankroll management. Because when I have people messaging me after a winning day saying how shitty it is we lost the 2-unit play, I get thinking, how much did you bet on that 2-unit play, guys? 2 units means 2 units. That's it, right? All right. So anyways, let's get into it, guys. We got some football to cover. We got basketball. We got hockey. We got Polish wrestling. No, we don't. Okay, but anyways, guys, let's get into it. I'm going to start off in the NHL, guys. We have familiar system for you guys. It's a well-rested visiting favorites. So again, that's visiting teams, 3 or 4 days rest, playing against a team. Visiting favorites on 3 or 4 days rest, playing against a team that didn't make the playoffs last year. But a little bit of a twist on this one, guys. This falls into a super system because our team did make the playoffs, all right? So when you're betting the system, it doesn't matter if your team did or did not make the playoffs. It's still a bet on the system. But when your team did make the playoffs and they're a well-rested visiting favorite playing against a team that did make the playoffs, they win 69.4%. 69.4%. So we're going to be taking the Toronto Maple Leafs minus 115. Toronto Maple Leafs minus 115. I'm pretty sure this is the first time I've taken my Leafs this year. I do not take Toronto teams lightly when I take them because I am a fan. And like I said, guys, it's, if you can't sometimes lay off your teams, and I know people bet their own favorite teams all the time. So I'm very cautious when I'm betting Toronto teams that I have an advantage, and I believe I do in this game. So Toronto, guys, minus 115. We have 2 plays in the college basketball super system. We are going with Utah and Colorado to go under 140. So Utah, Colorado to go under 140. We have Siena and Manhattan to go under 130 and a half. So it's Siena and Manhattan to go under 130 and a half. Just really quickly, guys, because some of you guys asked me, what is a super system? That is a system that I have not disclosed. So if you watch some of my previous videos, it's just not something I'm prepared to disclose. So, I still it's been a little bit turbulent. It's been still a winning year overall, but it's, I've had many, many winning years with it, and it's something that I don't think Vegas has figured out. So anyways, guys, moving on to our 2-unit college basketball play. So we have 2-unit college basketball play. It's in that same game, that Siena game. Siena has 2 steam plays, a reverse line move, and 4 system indicators, 4 solid system indicators on this game, guys. We're going to be taking Siena minus 1.5 for 2 units. So Siena minus 1.5 for 2 units, all right? And then I have a couple football games for you guys, which I think is probably what most of you guys came here for. Again, yesterday, I'm trying to figure out the psychology of your average public bettor. Because yesterday I went out there and I basically said, I didn't see value in any of the games. And a few of you guys got upset. Like, you said, we want football. It's football playoffs. Give us football picks. Well, no, like flip a coin. That's if you want to pick on a day like that, flip a coin. Because, at the end of the day, yeah, it wouldn't have been. I guess, I mean, in all honesty, probably had I picked yesterday, I probably would have went 1-1. So, we would have given up a bit of juice. But still, if there's not value in the games, guys, I'm not going to bet them. I'm not going to give out picks just for the sake of giving out picks, just because, prepare yourself now. If there's not value on the Super Bowl, I'm not giving you a pick on the Super Bowl. I know. Every tout on earth will give you a pick on the Super Bowl. Everyone. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if there's an advantage or not. They'll give you a pick because that's what they do. But that's not what I do, all right? So anyways, I do have 2 plays for you guys today, though. So first off, guys, Seattle and Green Bay. I like the under in that game. Now the line has come down a little bit, so we've given up a little bit of value. But the Seattle-Green Bay game, guys, I like that to go under 45.5, all right? So we're going to go under 45.5 in that game. The other game, we have Houston and Kansas City. Now, in this game, guys, Kansas City, despite having an amazing record, I think is actually better than their record. And I think Kansas City is going to absolutely decimate Houston's secondary. Houston has one shot in this game, and that's if they can successfully run the ball against KC. And I'm pretty sure KC is going to be, stacking the line and making it very difficult. They're going to force Houston to pass the ball. And again, I think that would be difficult for them to beat them like that, but Kansas City is going to crush the Houston secondary. I don't think there's any question about that. We're going to take Houston. No, we're not. Jesus. We're going to take Kansas City minus 9.5. Imagine after that whole speech, I'm like, take Houston. No, we're taking Kansas City minus 9.5, guys. That's it for today. So again, fairly busy day as we usually have on the weekends. So I will be back tomorrow with college football bowl game. The bowl game. All right, guys. So as always, have a very lucky day.